Oh, I went live before I put the thing in the thing. Oh, that wasn't very smart. Right. We're going for a drive. I'm live on 2 channels. I didn't mean to do this, but well, I did. I chose to, but I'm not sure how it's going to work with chat. I don't know which channel I'm actually going to see chat from. Well, but I've just got to run into Sorrel. Got to go to Guns and Smokes. But I had an idea for my Smooth Criminal channel, and oh my God, guys, it's so windy here. Wait, jeez, debris. Could be a hairy ride. Hey, Emily. Hey, Casper. Which channel are you guys on? I've gone live on both of my channels at the same time. But it's just suddenly got crazy windy here, so I had the window down, but I think the wind is so loud that that's the noise now is the fan in the car with the aircon on. You can see over there, hopefully, the winds on the oceans, on the water, the white caps. But the only reason I'm going live is just to ask you guys if you're watching Night Stalker on Netflix, and I'm looking for something to do on my Smooth Criminal podcast channel other than my podcast, which will be back in February. You're on both, Casper? Oh, so maybe I'm getting chat from both. That's handy. Because I could see you saying, hey, Tori, twice. Yeah, thanks for the caps too, Groover. The caps are shouties. So, yeah, I mean, in the absence of a scammer to fuck around with, I'm thinking of doing a Night Stalker. I thought about doing like a weekly discussion group, so people that have got lives and jobs and all that sort of stuff on, or they don't get to binge a show over a weekend. I thought we could even just like do a weekly discussion, because I think it's so good and so well done. You've watched them, Casper? Cool. You're over on Smooth Criminal, Emily. Awesome. So both chats are popping up in StreamYard. That's good. That's really good. Shit, there's a lot of stuff flying around. I don't know if you just heard that thing that hit my car. Yeah, so crazy windy. I'll do a little, when I come back down this way, I'll go down to the spot down here at the point so you can see the oceans. But I thought, yeah, maybe doing like a weekly discussion, and then there's another show, although it's from discussion about as well, because it's a case. Oh, we could have done. Where are you going out in half an hour, Casper? Bugger. I'm seriously just driving into Sorrel and I'm back. That's a permanent black spot back there. You finish work in 40 minutes. Yeah, I'll be home in half an hour, hopefully. This is seriously just an emergency supply run. I was umming and ahhing all day going, do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? And I've decided I do. So I'm just doing a quick run into Guns and Smokes. I'm really trying to quit, but I've got rollies, which usually is great for me to quit because I end up cutting down to like one a day, and then I'm like, what's the point? And I just stop. But not quite ready yet. Am I back now? I was lost. Now I'm found. Hopefully you guys have got me back. My timer's clicking over, so hopefully you'll all have me back shortly. So yeah, so that was my plan. I thought let's do a weekly discussion on Smooth Criminal, about Night Stalker, and then another show, just do some true crime stuff until I find another scammer to scam bait this year. And that will be, when I find a scammer, that's going to be a weekly live where I'll basically get everyone up to speed on what's been happening with the scammer. And then we'll do some live scam baiting and maybe even twice a week, but not, 4-hour lives or anything like that. But I just haven't got any scammers on the go. I had one the other day, but he's not responding. So there's only a very small window of opportunity to bait a scammer. They send out friend requests on Facebook and then very quickly move you over to Hangouts before their Facebook page gets shut down. But what I do is I accept the friend request, then I block them on Facebook, but message them in Messenger. And if they don't get back to you in Messenger pretty quickly, then their Facebook gets shut down and their Messenger goes up mail. I was excited too because his name was Chuck. I was like, awesome, the soft Chuck. It's a nice heading if you're Australian and use Chuck to mean vomit, throw up, barf, puke. Sorry about the sun. Bit bright, Groovers. I can't see it. So, yeah, so I was thinking let's do Night Stalker and then I'll set it up with plenty of notice and say to people in the description, you only need to watch episode 1. I mean, if everyone's tuned through it and seen it all. But I just think it's a really interesting production and, one of the better ones I've seen on Netflix, in my opinion, because and I'm only 2 episodes in, but I like the way they're sort of focusing on it's almost like the detective story with obviously the investigation included, and then they have these. I mean, I'm not spoiling anything if anyone hasn't watched it, but then they have these recordings of Richard Ramirez saying the creepiest fucking shit that's sort of interspersed throughout it as they tell you each story of each victim, and they give each victim a lot of time and really tell their stories, which I really like. They're very thorough and repeat the names, which I think is so important. You really bugs me, one thing that really pisses me off with all the channels on YouTube that are still talking about Chris Watts, his name should have been dropped a long time ago. It should be the Ruchek family murders, or, you know, Shanann, Bella, Cece and Nico Ruchek, not his name. But then, you know, all those channels that are talking about him ad nauseum, they're just clutching at any new thing or just replaying old shit. It's keeping his name in everyone's mind and on the tip of everyone's tongue, and it's disgusting. Something I learned when I was doing criminal law a long time ago, because obviously when you're in court, the case is the Queen against whoever the accused is, but we would sort of refer to the file by the victim's name around the chambers or in the office to not forget the victim, because that was the whole sort of point of being there. But yeah, it shits me that they've called the Chris Watts case and fuck off. Name the victims and remember. We're not that you're going to forget their names, but, you know, remember the victims. He's a piece of shit who should have been forgotten the day he got sentenced to 836 years in jail or whatever the fuck it was. Still wasn't long enough. So I think that Night Stalker is very respectful in regards to really making the victims and the way the detectives, I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering, I mean, I know this case, I'm aware of it, it's not new to me. I knew about the Night Stalker long before the Netflix series, but yeah, I haven't seen anything yet that suggests the cops fuck things up. But I mean, he was certainly a unique serial killer in that he used lots of different weapons, had heaps of different victims, there's survivors. His MO changed all the time, which is very unusual with serial killers. They normally have a certain kind of victim and also a certain kind of method of killing them. You know, like in one night he murdered 3 people, and he's a really evil piece of shit. But I sort of like, yeah, that it's very, I mean, at the start anyway, I don't know if it shifts up or not, but, you know, a lot of the stories of the actual detectives and a lot of repetition, which is good and not in a bad way, of the victims' names, and, you know, really telling their stories in full. They're not just a name or a number. I think it's really well done. So I thought, yeah, we could all like make a cup of tea and have a little chat. Maybe some people can come up on panel, and yeah, he even let some go. Like, and now here's me saying you don't forget their names. Was Maria Hernandez was a victim, I think. But what was the little girl that he let go? Or was that Maria Hernandez? I've made notes, but I'm not obviously looking at them right now. But that was extraordinary, and what an amazing woman, you know, like she just can't even imagine how horrific and frightening that must have been for her. All right, I'll be back in a few secs. You can just watch the intersection. If you see any accidents or anything like that, just write down the details. You can be my YouTube witnesses. Let me know if you've got any news too when I come back, because I'll check on chat before we hit the road again. But you're right, Casper. Well, no, you're right. But yeah, we should try and tee up this drive, Be fun. Be fun. It's just a bugger you're an hour behind. We'll work it out. I did get your email. I'm sorry I haven't responded yet. I've been so busy. It's been lovely though, but super busy and wouldn't have it any other way. God, it's peak hour and surreal. Yeah, the young girl. Was that Maria Hernandez or am I confusing? Was that I'm trying to think of his victims. In any event, her story is incredible. I'll be back. Oh shit. God, that wind. I couldn't shut my door. Oh, you haven't said a word, you groovers. You're just sitting there quietly. Oh, that's easy. Just have a swig of my water. Hey, Francesca. It always takes me a little while in there because my friend Linda, who I go to the gym with on Thursdays, we do a class together. She was working, so I had a chat with her. Oh, cool. You liked it too, Francesca. So what I was proposing was on my Smooth Criminal channel just once a week. So there's no one's under pressure to watch it all in a weekend or whatever. I thought we could just have like a discussion about it because I think it's I mean, it's a pretty well known case, but I also think it's an incredibly well done series, and I like the fact that they're sort of looking at the detectives and how the detectives became in which detectives and how Gil ended up on that case. And I'm also really liking how much detail they give about each of the victims' stories. So, and just those little random moments of Richard Ramirez quotes and how fucking creepy he is. This is such a weird time to go live too, Casper. It's kind of like America's asleep and UK possibly just getting up to start their day. It's kind of a weird time. But yeah, I thought we could do like a, just for like an hour maximum. Don't forget to write in caps too. I'm about to hit the road again, so I want to be able to read small print. But yeah, I thought it might be fun just to look at the. I might be a slightly long way home, not much, but I was thinking if I go over the causeways, you'll get to see how rough it is. I could just go like to the end of the first causeway and go around the roundabout and come back and then head home. It's 1 a.m. in Kentucky. I had a bit of food prep and stuff to do today for the week. So, like, I made some of those yummy bliss balls, and I made I made a good salad for lunch, and I made bircher muesli for the next few days, and I had Rosie O'Kelly on while I was cooking and pottering around the kitchen, and she was doing prawns on the barbie and some barbecued apples and bacon with brown sugar. And I was like, those prawns look good, but I'm not sure about the apple and bacon thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Bacon is amazing with pretty much anything, but I might give it a go. I wasn't really paying attention to what she did with the apples, but she cut up some apples and then she had some pre-cooked bacon bits and some brown sugar and foil. I don't know if there was butter in there as well. I'm not sure. And then she just chucked it on the barbie and flipped it over once, did she flip it over or did she just give it a bit of a shake? Can't remember. But she did prawns with a heap of veggies and they were all wrapped up in foil as well. But I quite like listening to her in the background. She's just so chill and she's got funny people in chat. She reads a lot of the comments out and some of them are pretty hilarious. I think Rosie was not the first channel I subscribed to on YouTube, but I'd been on YouTube for like 30 seconds and someone said, subscribe to Rosie, you'll love her. And I do. And I watched it a lot for a long time. I just had her while I was driving. And then I don't know why, I just suddenly decided train wreck viewing was going to be a bit of fun. But I'm so glad I've gone back to just chilling by the fire pot with Rosie. So the reason I mentioned that was I'm going to do some chilling by the fire pot talks this year, chats. Some little fireside chats, and I think that'll be fun too because it's quite nice just having a camera pointed at some. I mean, she's obviously got some sort of decent tripod-y thing that she moves around a fair bit. Unreal Aussie, g'day. Are you new? Or are you old and you've changed your name? Shit, I can't read chat. I've got to focus on my driving. You can yell at me in capitals too, although at the moment I can't really watch. And it's so windy. My little car just moved across the road like a petal. So the causeway could be quite hairy, but anyway. And the causeway is not the ocean, like it's nothing like the beach where I live, but when it's windy like this, it can be quite hair-raising. I kind of like it. Yeah, it doesn't look nearly. I'll take you down to the beach before I go home. But we will go over the causeway and just do a U at the roundabout and head back. This will be like, where are you? It's nearly dinner time. She doesn't like the wind at all. Biscuit, she's not a fan. Oh, there's the plane. Bye. Don't come back. See ya. There you go. That's better. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Now I've taken the plane off. Oh, all right. Let's not do that again. You can probably tell by the way my car's like just veering to the left. Windy, man. I was going to take you guys on the beach. It's like there's absolutely no way you'll be able to hear me. And then I thought about going up to the whale watching platform just so you could see the vast expanse of ocean and all the waves. But again, I really don't think you would have been able to hear me. Plus, I had to walk through bush to get to it. I probably would have knocked myself out with a falling branch or something, knowing my luck. I mean, it'd be great for you guys to watch. It's probably not that much fun for me if I knock myself out, but so I haven't worked out yet what night I'm going to do it, but it will be over the next 4 weeks. I start a new job next week and I'm working Wednesday, Thursday, so it's most likely it might be a Friday thing or a weekend thing. I've got to check my diary and see what I've got coming up over the next few weeks on weekends and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it'd be great to chat about the case because it's so creepy and vile, but also chat about the actual production values of this series. Does it deserve the title? Not that anyone's given it, but is it one of the best Netflix true crime series so far? In Tassie, Unreal Aussie, you can shout at me using capitals in chat. I don't get many chances to read chat, especially when it's windy like this. Like I'm not taking my eyes off the road because cars are blowing into other lanes and stuff. It's super windy. I just thought do a live on Saturday. Cool. I'll go back through chat when I get home. Do you mean live Saturday night or day? I mean, I'm usually up and have gone to the gym and had breakfast and lunch before most of the YouTube world that I run in is even awake. So I'm kind of like, anywhere from midday onwards, it seems to be the way for it. But I'd like to do it too when some of the other subs that are really regular on the Smooth Criminal podcast channel are around as well. So it might be weird. It may even be like mid-afternoon in Australia just to let the UK and some of my US subs do it as well. But I thought it'd be fun, and yeah, if anyone wants to jump on my panel, chat about it as well. And then if I haven't found another scammer to scam bait by the time we finish that, then there's another series on Netflix that I really wouldn't mind covering, only because it's such a it's a fairly old in terms of it was 2019 the series, but it's such an important story, and I didn't realise there was a Netflix series about it. Friends of mine said they said, "Oh, we've just started watching this. It's gonna break your heart, but watch it." And it turns out I do actually know the case quite well. But the production values of that one are really good as well. So I'm sort of bouncing between two pretty full-on American cases at the moment. So yeah, I'm in Tassie, Unreal Aussie, in southern Tasmania. I'm about half an hour away from Hobart at the moment. I live about 35 minutes out of Hobart. Well, I've got to stop at the post office on the way home too. Yeah, can we co-stream? That's sort of like when you screen share, isn't it? So I've seen people do that. Yeah, I found 12 o'clock my time, so like 11 yours. One sort of 12 till 3 is quite a good time to do stuff. It's just weird doing true crime stuff in broad daylight. It's weird doing a lot of the things I do in broad daylight. You know, something like true crime, you feel like you should be doing it at night when it's dark and creepy. Midway Point. Oh, so you Tassie as well, or you just know Tassie really well? I mean, for you to know Midway Point, I totally dox myself, by the way. I don't care. Hey, Serenity B. Good to see you, gorgeous. I start my new job next Wednesday. I'm so excited, but I can't tell anyone about it just yet. And even when I can, I'm not going to tell people on YouTube much. I don't mind people knowing where I live, but I don't really like people knowing where I work. Not yet, anyway. Not till it's official. But I am working in an area of law that is exactly where I wanted to work, because I'm very fired up to do a lot of advocacy in that area and bring about some, maybe not legislative changes, but some changes to processes and systems relating to that area of law. And it's a really progressive, funky law firm who said, we don't believe in work-life balance, and then paused for dramatic effect and said, we believe in work-life imbalance. And by that we mean 40% work, 60% living. And I was like, oh my God, who are you people? I love you. I mean, some of the people that work for them, it's more like 20% work, 80% living. It's going to be like that for me for a little while, because I'm only going to be working for them for 2 days and then going up to 3. And I'm like, this is the best. This is where I'm not discouraging my niece and my nephew, who are both studying pre-law kind of courses, to drop out, because later in life, when you have, you know, better a better understanding of work-life balance and what you want and all the rest, something like a law degree, you can get paid pretty well to do 3 days work. I mean, I'm not working for a firm that charge like Wounded Wolves. They're a flat fee firm, which I also love. So they just charge one fee and that's it. And no one can complain about being overcharged or undercharged. I start on the 27th. Next Wednesday, I've got my induction. One of the partners is organising, it's so cute, organising a celebratory dinner for me, starting with the firm, which I just think is so lovely. And yeah, I can't say much about the firm, but they've got quite a few regional offices, so there's going to be like a Zoom gathering so I can meet all the other people that work for the firm. But it's the perfect. I decided at the start of the year to try manifesting the right job for me
at the right time for where I am right now, sort of thing. That's what I was visualizing. I had certain things that would make it the right job, and I can't believe it. Like, here it is. I've got it in January. Thank you, Serenity B. I'm really happy too. Like, the way it all came together was just so easy. I didn't feel nervous. It didn't feel like a job interview. Like, for the very first meeting I had, it felt like I already had the job in a way. It just went with the flow. So did they. They're very happy, content, not overworked, stressed out people. There's a lot of positive energy. And the best thing about it is where I've been doing a placement for the last 6 weeks, their office is in the same building, and I've absolutely loved being in that building because the people in there are just so supportive. And really great people. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to leave this amazing environment and all these people who are just so happy and really, like, they work hard, but they're really happy. It's very sort of chatty and social and checking in on each other. And I've never worked in a workplace like it. So I'm unbelievably delighted that I still get to go to that place every week and still be surrounded by people I've got to know very well in the last 6 weeks. I mean, right before Christmas, I was saying to them, I can't believe how positive this work environment is and how happy you all are. And so different from the corporate world. So different. Different mindset, and it's largely to do with the area of law that they all work in because they're highly aware of the importance of healthy, happy workplaces. So I feel very safe and supported and really looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Last year gave everyone an opportunity to focus on what really matters in their lives. And this year, I think, now that we all know those things and everyone's different, but now it's a chance for us all to just go with the flow. Everyone's slowed down. People have minimalised. You've got businesses that are no longer requiring all their staff to be in one of their 10 inner city CBD office building floors. They've got them working from home. People are spending more time with their families and friends. A lot of people are now job working full time. All these things that have happened because of last year. So this year it's like, now let's all just go with the flow. Find your flow and go with it. Really healthy way to live your life. Of course, I mean, I might be, if I was live now and I was 30 and I'm embarking on a career and my career path and all the rest of it, I'd probably be saying very different stuff. But at the age that I am now and what I want and the life-work balance that I want, as long as I, can keep my house and feed my cat and me and my friends and, as long as my standard stays where I love it, I don't need crazy amounts of money. When I was earning crazy amounts of money, it didn't bring me happiness. And in fact, it took me away from all the people I loved. What's the point of having money that you can spend with your friends and family if you're not seeing them, I'd rather be making enough to get by, saving a little bit, hopefully one day travelling overseas once or twice a year again, and then, you know, that's it really. I live in a beautiful spot, got a great house that I love, perfect for me. It's not ostentatious, it's not a mansion that cost me a fortune to maintain. I've got my little rescue cat who is the best housemate I've ever had. And I've got a biscuit project this year, so that's another thing that I tried to manifest at the start of the year, or not tried to, but started thinking about. So I'll fill you in on that more down the track. But yeah, something I've wanted to do for a long time. And it's to do with biscuits. So that's going to be an exciting thing as well. If any of you are on Instagram and you want to follow her, I've got a goal to get her to 1,000 followers by the end of the year. Because that cat is winning at life. Look at all the crap on the road, and come down here and show you all the white caps, have a bit of a chat, and then I'll head home and feed Biscuit. Because if you want to be like Biscuit right now, fuck, I made the most amazing salad. I was going to say she'll be pretty grumpy at the moment because I'm not there and it's her dinner time. I'm trying to push her dinner time out to 5:30, 6 o'clock, because when I'm working, I'm not going to get home. She's not going to be getting dinner at 5 o'clock like she likes it. I'm weaning her. But yeah, check out the water, guys. Oh, it doesn't look as rough as it is. I mean, some of the sun's so bright, maybe you can't even see it. But some of you come into this spot with me a lot, and it's usually like glass. I mean, it's bloody boogie boarding conditions almost. Crazy. I can't see the screen, so I'm just going to go and park under a tree up here. Yeah, I made this amazing salad today. Oh my God. For lunch. It was so good. It was a pasta salad. I'm not doing keto this year either. I'm doing, I guess they call it the greengrocer diet. It's essentially you only eat what you can buy at a greengrocer. But yeah, look at that, guys. Can you hear the winds? All right, so, oh, I'll just get back to where you are. Just close the screen. But I agree, Casper, we'll do a Saturday. Long overdue. Oops. Highlighting comments. Unreal Aussie knew where I was. I don't do true crime. I do just chill hangouts about anything that happy to contribute to us. Yeah, and look, it's not going to be like the Night Stalker. Jesus, I like this. It's really windy and sexy. I love wild weather. I'm a bit unusual like that. Most people don't. They get very unsettled, whereas I love it. I like nature reminding us that we're just little ants on a planet. Like Mother Nature is powerful and we're not. Although my windscreen's getting a lot of salt water on it, so it'll probably be, might be hard to see through if I sit here for too long. But yeah, so the Night Stalker stuff, it'll be more of just a general chat about the actual show, obviously a bit about the case, how creepy that fucker was, the production values of it, more like I hate to say it, but almost like a book club where we just get together once a week and just talk about
a show that we're watching. I just thought that'd be a fun thing to do on my podcast channel. And most people have got Netflix, so I thought it'd be cool to just start picking different shows and doing like a weekly book club of sorts. My window down, it's so hot. It's only 19 degrees, but seriously, guys, it's hot. Oh, you're up Lonnie Way. Well, good to have you here, Aussie. Unreal Aussie. Put my window down and regretted it immediately. There's shit flying in, even though all the wind is hitting the left-hand side of my car. So yeah, the job is wicked. I'm really excited about that. And thank you, Emily. Hey, Joe Madre. Thank you, Serenity B. I will flourish. I feel very supported. It's in an area of law that I really want to get involved in. They do advocacy, which is awesome. I'm using my degree for good, not evil. And, you know, it's a soft start. Like the office will build up over time with more work and whatever. But it's really perfect for me in terms of what their vision is for their office matches my vision for getting back into a meaty area of law that I'm really interested in. Oh, snap peas with spinach dip. Yum. It is very breezy. It's like blowing a gale, really. I'll just have some water and I'll tell you the recipe for this lunch that I made. I nearly went live or just did a video because it was so yummy. But yeah, I've decided to ditch keto. I had a freezer surprise meal the other night and it was, you know, one of those keto casserole things you eat a shitload of salad with. And I was just eating it going, yeah, I don't want to eat buckets of cream and cheese and butter again. Like I want to just eat healthy fruit and veggies, and I really miss seeds and nuts and stuff. And even though I lost weight doing keto, like it wasn't a sustainable lifestyle or diet for me. I found that the food was so rich. Like you'd make two servings, and you know you'd have one for dinner, and then the next day technically you'd have the leftovers for lunch with more salad, but it was just way too rich for me in the middle of the day. And then I'd get home and make another really rich dish for dinner. And the greengrocer diet, there is actually a book about it. I can't remember her name, Jill somebody, but I think, but the whole premise is don't shop at supermarkets, shop at greengrocers, and you only eat what you can buy at a greengrocer. You know, all the stuff that is healthy. And I mean, they have things like oats. You're allowed to have a little bit of milk. You can have, if you want a snack, you can have, they prefer you to drink black coffee, but you can have a treat, which is like a coffee with milk. And I'm not hardcore serious with it, but I already feel better. Like just kicking off the day with a smoothie I love. And I really love oats, and I missed oats when I was doing keto. So I made a bircher muesli this morning, a pear one, which is going to be yumbo. I made some cranberry and cocoa protein balls that are sort of held together with peanut butter. Oh my God, they're so good. And I made some salsa verde to put on top of a few dishes I'm eating. But this salad today was wholemeal pasta, like penne pasta. I actually used teff, which I need to talk to you guys about one day. Teff is the smallest seed in the world, and I actually order their stuff online and they make a pasta. It's great. And I had ricotta, a bird's eye chili, some lime juice. What else did I put in the bowl? Some salt. And that all got mixed through the pasta when it was cooked. So it's like a creamy sort of sauce. And then cherry tomatoes and basil and cracked pepper. Oh my God, it was so yummy. And I'm having it tomorrow as my lunch, and it'll be cold. Oh, like a cold pasta salad. And then I had some sliced turkey, not for Christmas Day, but I had some sliced turkey. So I had half of that today with it, and then I'll have the other half tomorrow. But fuck, it was so easy and so good. So yeah, I want to do some shitty kitty kitchen and lots of really simple, healthy, yummy things. And the smoothie I had this morning was amazing. And tonight I'm having a green bean salad, which has got hard boiled eggs and nuts and a few other bits and pieces on it. And it looks really yummy too. So, yeah, I'll start doing some cooking from the Shitty Kitty kitchen again. Rosie inspired me to crank up the Barbie again. That was fun when I did the chicken the other day. And we'll do this little night stalker. Fuck, I've been gone for an hour. I thought I'll just pop into Sorel, have a quick chat, see if you guys are keen to do that, like a night stalker book club. See that blue bench just to the left? That's actually made from recycled plastics, like the lids of bottles and stuff. That's what they're doing. They're making all these benches. I love them. All right, Ski. I think I've missed the post office. I'll pop into the post office I don't know if they shut at 5:30 or 6. That can wait though. The smoothie. So the smoothie this morning had, so it's a green smoothie. They always have greens, like it's green. They're all green smoothies. But the idea is you make 2 servings and you have half of it in the morning and then you have half of it in the afternoon as a pick-me-up. But I'm actually having the other half tomorrow morning. But it had pineapple, watercress. It was in coconut water. It had half a lime, a peeled lime. It had not peanuts, cashews. What else was in it? Oh, sorry, no, this one didn't have watercress. This one had parsley. That was the green component. It was so good. It was delicious. So yeah, it was coconut water, parsley, pineapple, and pineapples don't grow here, and I do prefer to eat local things that grow locally, but I found these little sachets of organic pineapple in juice, just like a serving, like a cup of it. Hey, Cheryl T. It's good to have you here, although I'm about to head home, but that's all right. You'll get a few more minutes. I'll take you down and show you how wild the surf beach is, and then I'll head home. So yeah, I found these little sachets, and they reminded me of when I lived in Vietnam, where we used to buy drinks in plastic bags with a straw sticking out the top. Kind of looked the same, but without the straw. So it was just pretty much pineapple chunks in pineapple juice. But the idea is to just buy a small, like a cup full, if you want to put pineapple on pizza or something, I guess. And then half a lime that I peeled. I think it was 10 cashews. I used coconut water, but I also added a little bit of coconut milk because I've got an open tin of that as well, just to add a bit of creamy. I think they said you could have added, I don't know, a nut milk of some description, but I just used coconut milk. But it was so good. It was quite tart. It wasn't a sweet one. Like the pineapple, I thought would be the sweetening component, but it didn't make it crazy sweet, but it was just the way I like it. It was yummy. And it makes and 3 cups of liquid. So it's 2 handfuls of the parsley. I'm just wondering if there was anything else in it, but God, it was yummy. And then yeah, so you basically have a cup and a half of it in the morning, and then if you need to pick me up in the afternoon, you finish it off, or then you have it the next morning, so that you're not making a massive amount. And the next one I'm going to do is watercress, orange, and coconut water. But yeah, let me know what you think, Serenity B. It was yummy. I love a green smoothie, but these ones are just, it's so nice to be having fruit again. That's another thing with keto, like, you know, you can have berries, but it was so nice to have pineapple, and I'm really excited. There's something coming up later in the week, or might be next week. I'm having banana for the first time in ages, and it was really good. Oh, my engine's already running. Get your motor running. All right, I'll take you around and show you the crazy surf beach, and then I'll head home. Let's go, groovers. I'll start doing little videos of some of the stuff that I'm making. I'll credit the woman whose book it is. I don't really think it's an issue. I'm still doing a few keto things that I love. There's still a few keto recipes that I'll do, and then I'm just going to go through my cookbooks and do lots of recipes that fit in, you know, the green grocer diet's basically anything that's fresh. It's kind of similar to the Mediterranean diet, like it's all about eating things that are seasonal and local. That's why I was a bit iffy about pineapple, and then I saw these little organic bags, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll grab one of those. And yeah, I'll start going through. I've got so many beautiful cookbooks that all fit in with it. I mean, the only main rule, there's not really rules with it, but one is, and that's, you know, a good thing to get in the habit of doing. So my windscreen's a bit grubby now after that little visit to the ocean. Oh, what's that? The Hungry Men food truck. Never seen them down here before. Good to have a few different food vans coming down. Yeah, so as long as you don't eat carbs after 5, that's probably the main thing. And the other thing is go out and enjoy yourself and have a glass of wine, and then you can opt for a fasting day the following day, and they've got a couple of fasting day meal plans just to give your body a bit of a detox and whatever, but like they're not about deprivation. You know, you can eat chocolate and they prefer you to eat dark chocolate and only 1 or 2 squares, not a whole friggin' block. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not a punish yourself thing. It's really just eating the food we were designed to eat. And I just think it's better for me. Like, I was missing a lot of grains, seeds, and fruits when I did keto. And even though I lost weight, it just got really rich, and it's like, God, can I fucking cook something the amount of cheese? I'm really just eating healthily. It's not really a diet. I mean, well, I'm using the word diet in the context of what we eat is a diet, you know, as opposed to dieting. But yeah, I'm just eating what we were designed to eat. So we'll have lots of fun. I've got some beautiful vegetarian cookbooks, and I've got a lot of Ottolenghi books, and all of his stuff is fresh and seasonal and green grocer available. But then you have, like, I had pasta today for the first time in, like, I don't know how long. Healthy pasta, if there is such a thing. Like, they suggested wholemeal pasta, but I had the pasta that these teff people make. I will teach you guys about teff seeds. I love that shit. It's really good. And they've got lots of different snacks. So, you know, if you want to treat yourself and have a cappuccino, you can. The only thing about it that I don't support is I don't like low-fat things. I don't like
low fat milks and stuff, and they actually make me feel really sick. I'm all for the full cream, and I buy my milk from a dairy. I mean, you can't get more natural. So yeah, we'll have lots of fun, but I'll do lots of little videos because some of them don't take very long to make, and I'll start putting them up on this channel and also on my website. So I'm going to start building a website again for my foodie stuff. So you'll be able to check it out. But I'm excited because it's things that I wouldn't think of doing. Like I've never made a green. Look at that, guys. Feral, wild, sexy weather. I've never had a green smoothie before where the green component was a couple of handfuls of parsley ever. And the one that I'll make, not tomorrow, but the next day's got watercress, you know, like that sort of stuff, and putting different things together. Not surprisingly, no surfers out right now. Not even kite surfers. It's batshit crazy weather. Oh, you're getting your COVID vaccine, Cheryl. Yeah. Do let us know if you grow horns. Or you make up a fresh fruit salad every day. Yum. That's why you've got all the ingredients, Serenity Bee. Any eye candy? No. Not even in the cars or in the car park. Well, there might be. I'm not checking them out that carefully, but one guy looks about 20. Another guy looks about 60. There's a chick in the car next to me having a cigarette, and I don't know who's in the car beyond the car that has a 60-year-old dude in it. Yeah, so I'll start putting little videos up and just show you. Some of this stuff is so yummy. I will email the woman who put out the book and just say, are you cool with me putting some of your stuff up on a YouTube channel? And, you know, putting links to all of her stuff. But yeah, it's not really a diet. I mean, she's got meal plans and things if people like that. I kind of do like meal planning a bit. I find, you know, you can easily fall back into the habit of just grabbing things on the way to work or just grabbing whatever you've got in your pantry. And I like meal plans because I go and buy all the food and I don't like wasting food. So it does motivate me to stick to it. I'm a lot more, I like checklists. I'm the sort of person I like ticking things off a list. So a meal plan works for me. But yeah, look at that beautiful, crazy. I was going to take you guys for a walk in this. I went for a walk earlier and I decided not to go live because, hello, crazy time. I mean, my phone probably would have got wrecked, but also I don't think you would have been able to hear me. Yeah, the smoothies. I'm a big fan of smoothies. In fact, the other night I got home and it was quite late and I'd been at a meeting and I just had a smoothie and put some protein powder in it and you know, because I don't like eating stodgy food late at night or anything. Not even stodgy, but like I don't feel like a huge bowl of salad or veggies at 9 o'clock at night. So I made a blueberry smoothie and put some protein powder in, and I thought, well, at least I'm getting some protein and some fruit and whatever. Raven's treasure chest. I'm about to head home and log off, boo boo. I just wanted to see if people thought it'd be fun to do like a YouTube book club of sorts, but looking at different Netflix true crime things on my other channel on Smooth Criminal, and we're going to start off with the Night Stalker, or with Night. It's not the Night Stalker, it's Night Stalker, because that's what I'm watching at the moment, and not so much going into huge amounts of detail about the crimes, but just what a horrible piece of shit he is, and also, you know, just chatting about the production values of the actual show because I think it's very good. And you know, just getting people's feedback on how they're finding it, and then that way everyone, you know, you can just watch one episode a week. I mean, if people have seen the whole series, that's cool, but we'll be discussing it per episode once a week and hanging out. So that's the plan. Until I find
Another scammer to fuck with. We'll just keep doing different Netflix shows, crime ones. Ah, creepy, Cheryl. You've watched it twice, Ravens. Well, you'll be perfect to come in and chat about it with us. Oh, your aunt was in the sheriff's department. See, this is great. Very creepy, dude. When they have the little voice, like him, the interview and his voice talking about how some people have just got more evil than others in them, and that he was just being himself. I'm like, oh my God, you are really, really creepy. You don't have Netflix, but we'll listen in. Yeah, cool. And I'll try to make it interactive and get people up. And I've got to really like to. I mean, you guys don't have to jump up on panel if it's not something you're comfortable to do. But even having Joe talking about her aunt's, recollections and all that sort of stuff will be so good. But I'm going to go home and feed Biscuit. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Good feedback. I think we'll head down that road, and I'll start. I'm kind of regretting not doing a few little recipes, but I want to get this girl's permission, and I'll be doing other recipes from other books as well. It's not just going to be hers. And if she says no, then I'm just going to tweak her recipes and use something like swap something out and put something else in so that I'm not accused of plagiarizing. I mean, at the end of the day, God, you can go on a green smoothie. I used to be on a green smoothie. I think it was a website that had like 1,000 recipes. You could just go there and make them one by one. See, Raven will be right at home. She's a serial killer buff. Yeah, I haven't really got into his childhood. I mean, I remember reading about him many times. But yeah, quite a fucked up unit. But that sort of stuff too, like chatting about how a fucked up childhood can really damage a human being. But also, some people are just born wired badly. There are just some people that walk the earth and they're not like the rest of us because their wiring's a little bit off kilter. And I hate to say it, but that's probably why people are fascinated with the Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico Ruchek murders, because the fucker who killed them wasn't presenting as a badly wired dude. I mean, he still was to do what he did. But I think that's why people are fascinated by it. This seemingly average kind of human being who never committed a crime in his life went on to do something so horrible. But that's true of most family annihilators, which is a type of crime I am very interested in. A lot of them, it is a thing that just happens and nobody expected it, and everyone's like, oh, he was such a nice guy, I never saw that coming. Whereas I suspect with Richard, he probably had, repelled people his entire life. So good to see you, Cheryl T. Exactly, Ravens. And I've got to admit, when I was a criminal lawyer and we used to do our submissions at sentencing for our clients, it was very common to hear, about these horrific childhoods. And a lot of the time you could see, not that it justified what they did, but you could see why they ended up being so fucked up. But was always that thing of, yes, really shitty childhood, but what about all the people that had similarly shitty ones that didn't go on to be criminals? And that's where I think that there's just something in people's wiring that pushes them to go across that line that most people don't. Yeah, me too, Cheryl. I think he could have had a privileged upbringing and he still would have done what he did. Same with Ted Bundy. He's another one that was just wired wrong. Jeffrey Dahmer. You know, we could sit here and go through all of them. There are just some people that, I mean, Ted Bundy had, you know, didn't have the horrific childhood. And in fact, you know, if anything, he was set to have an incredible life, really. Raven, you're just an asshole. Well, you're a lovely asshole. I'm very fond of you. So, asshole or not, you can hang out on this channel any old time. All right, I'm going to go feed Biscuit. Um, Thanks for hanging out and seeing the sexy beach weather. And yeah, I'll work out a good time and it'll be on the Smooth Criminal podcast channel. So if you go to the YouTube search bar and type in Smooth Criminal podcast, it'll come up. It'll be over on that channel. Although, fuck it, I might do it on both. Why not? Because I'm live on both channels at the moment. That was a bit of an experiment. Maybe we'll go live on both. Why not? My sister-in-law's just messaged me to say they're having a Singapore sling at raffles. My brother's, he was meant to start last Thursday, but they hadn't finished doing some work on the house that they've moved into in Singapore, so it got postponed till tomorrow. So they're enjoying a Singapore sling in raffles before he starts work. Isn't that nice? Great to see you, Cheryl T. And thanks to everyone else that's popped in and out. And yeah, I'll work out a good time to do it. But I think it'd be fun to do like a Smooth Criminal book club of sorts on YouTube. And yeah, and talk about the crimes, obviously, but not go into like crazy detail about it, but just talk about what a prick he is and the series itself and all that sort of stuff. It'll be nice. So keep an eye out for that. I'm working the next couple of days. I don't know if I'll be around much, but I might do a couple of shitty kitty kitchen things. And what else was I going to say? Something. If I do happen to stumble across a scammer as well, I'll start scam baiting them, and we'll get some of that happening again too, because that's very rewarding. So now I've got 10 people right when I'm about to say, stay groovy, motherfuckers. Or as I like to say now, Mother Zucker, after talking about the purge, Trump getting booted off all social media and people leaving Facebook and Twitter en masse in some sort of protest. That was a good live, actually. I'm going to do another one with Finn soon about that stuff. I had fun with him. So if you're not on Finn Bugden's channel, check him out too, because I do pop up on his panel a little bit. We have a lot of fun. Good morning, Scout Inquirer. Just in time to pass on your good wishes to the Biscuiter and myself. Oh, fuck it, I'll drive home. I'll drive home. Those birds, look at those birds when they fly into the wind and they don't move. Here's a question before I sign off. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Mine would be to fly. Yeah, no, hallelujah. I saw the funniest meme, Joe, the other day with him, a photo of him looking confused, which obviously they didn't have any trouble finding a photo of Trump looking confused. In fact, it'd be hard to find a photo of him not looking confused. But he's sitting there and the caption was, what the fuck is my MySpace password again? Probably the only platform he can do anything on. I wonder if Tom is still Trump's friend. I reckon he would be. Tom was a whore. He was friendly with everyone. No discernment when it came to choosing friends. That Tom, he was a friend whore. God, my car's filthy now. sitting on the coast getting seawater blown all over it. So keep an eye out for a Night Stalker episode 1 catch up. You don't have to chew through the entire series, just episode 1. And I don't really know what else to say. Thanks for hanging out with me. Didn't mean to be live for an hour and 15, but fuck time flies when you go live. It's crazy. And like I discovered the other night too, when I was so tired, not so tired, when I was wide awake and I couldn't sleep, as soon as I hit the go live button, I got really tired. Fucking hell, there's a lot of debris flittering around. It'll be fun tomorrow. I'll go around my block and when I get home from work with a basket. Oh, look at that branch up there. And I'll pick up, it might be some bark, I'm not sure, but I'll go and pick up stuff from, oh, we're going backwards down my driveway. Pick up a heap of stuff and put it in my basket for the next time I have a fire pot. Ooh, a bit close there, Tors. Home, James. But yeah, that meme about Trump with MySpace cracked me up. Biscuit will be inside going, yay, Mum's home. And then she'll be like, where the fuck's Mum? I heard her. But good to see you, Groovers, and I hope you're all well. Good luck with the vaccine. I want to know if we have anyone in our happy little community that has devil's horns. I did mention the other day, I know that Ruth is now almost proclaiming she's in love with him, but Dr. Duck Wong, can't recommend his channel enough. I discovered him right at the start of COVID-19 and I really like him because he says fuck a lot and he's American Vietnamese descent and he's like, are you listening, motherfuckers? He's really funny. But he does all the research and the stats and hey Kim G, I don't know if you want to watch the replay. It was really just a chat about some plans for this channel and the Smooth Criminal one. But nice to see you right before I finish. But yeah, Dr. Duck, it's D-U-C, and then Vuong is V-U-O-N-G. But he's been my go-to just for, I don't have time to get on top of all the stats and everything, but he's done a really interesting, I think it goes for about 45 minutes, a really interesting live where he explains the vaccine and how it works. And yeah, I thoroughly recommend it, especially to my American subs who are, you know, starting to get the shot. It's worth watching, and I think you'll find him highly entertaining as well. Just a really good go-to for clear explanations, and he does some demonstrations with some props, and he's good value. Thank you, Kim. I plan to. I've got a beautiful salad I'm going to make for dinner. I've got a happy little cat who's going to greet me when I walk in the door and say, where the fuck have you been? I hope everyone has a lovely night too. I'll schedule in the Night Stalker, I nearly said Night Rider, live for some time on the weekend, and we can all just hang out and chat and share our views about it. 10 people again, right when I'm logging off. People must be starting to wake up around the world. No, I won't go live later. I might even go live later. I've got nothing to talk about of substance. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. Take care. Be good to each other. Be kind. And stay groovy. See you all soon. 11 now. That'll be right. Oh, your villagers blow up doll. Uh-huh. got it. Play me, play me. No, we've just got home. Sorry, about to log off. Scout's wide awake at 2 a.m. Jesus, it's all happening. Go live, Scout. You'll be asleep within 3 minutes. Trust me, it's the best way to put yourself to sleep. Go live. But I love you guys. Stay groovy, and thanks for hanging out. If anyone watches this replay and you make it to the end, what are you doing? I love you guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.